Good afternoon. Homeowners and businesses in counties Donegal, Derry and Tyrone are assessing the damage after flash floods hit the northwest region last night. Donegal County Council said heavy rain in East Inishowen resulted in damage to roads and bridges, while a number of roads in Derry and Strabane are flooded and impassable. The Northern Ireland Fire and Rescue Service received more than 100 flood-related calls between 7 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. Some areas of the emergency department of Altnagelvin Hospital in Derry were also temporarily closed because of the heavy rain. The UK Met Office has issued a yellow rain warning for Northern Ireland until 9 o'clock tonight, with heavy showers and thunderstorms. Wildfires are continuing to burn across Europe, with temperatures in Greece forecast to hit 42 degrees Celsius in some areas this weekend. Residents were forced to flee from this popular coastal resort on the Aegean island of Lesbos after a wildfire which started in mountains burned properties in the beach resort of Vatera. Blazes in parts of France, Spain and Portugal have already burned more land so far this year than was destroyed by wildfires in all of 2021. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russia of barbarism after a missile attack on the port of Odessa yesterday. A landmark deal to resume Ukraine's grain exports is under threat as a result of the strikes. Russia said today that its forces had targeted and destroyed military infrastructure at the port.
Firemen had moved quickly to bring the blazes caused by yesterday's missile strike on Odessa's port under control. The strikes occurred just a day after a deal had been signed between Russia and Ukraine aimed at unblocking grain exports from Black Sea ports and easing global food shortages caused by the war. Residents in Odessa had been hoping for some respite from Russian aerial bombardment as a result.
It was really loud. My dogs were freaking out. It was a bit, unsettling.
The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky described the attack as cynical and said it destroyed the very possibility of dialogue with Russia. Moscow said today that its forces had hit a Ukrainian military boat in the port with high-precision missiles. The Russian Defense Ministry said US-supplied Harpoon anti-ship missiles had also been destroyed in the attack. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Ukraine, heavy fighting has been reported near Kherson. President Zelensky says his forces are advancing step by step on the Russian-occupied city. Joan O'Sullivan, RTÉ News.
Pope Francis has departed for an apostolic visit to Canada, where he's expected to apologise for the abuses many faced as children at Catholic-run residential schools there. The pontiff has described his trip as a pilgrimage of penance to help heal the wrongs done to Indigenous people by Roman Catholic priests and nuns who ran schools linked to the deaths of thousands of children. More than 150,000 children were taken from their homes and placed in the schools. Indigenous leaders are calling not only for an apology, but also for action and compensation. Well, a capacity crowd is expected in Croke Park as Galway take on Kerry in the All-Ireland Men's Football Championship. Our reporter Shane Dawson is at Croke Park with the early fans.
Well, hello there from Jones's Road as we edge closer towards throw-in. There's an air of nervous anticipation and indeed excitement among both sets of fans. It's the 24th time these sides have met in Championship football. Of course, we all remember that 2000 final, Declan Meehan lighting up Croke Park with that Galway goal. Who will shine today? Both sides have such potent forwards. We've Galway, Damien Comer, Shane Walsh, Rob Finnerty, not to mention Kerry, the Clifford brothers, Shawnee O'Shea. So it will be interesting to see how this one goes. Kerry looking for an incredible 38 Sam Maguire trophy and the first time they will lift it since 2014. So is it time that the Sam Maguire will be returning to the kingdom?
Yeah, of course it is. It's time now. We've won many, but we want one more.
Galway, on the other hand, we have to wait a little bit longer. They haven't lifted the Sam Maguire since 2001. But will the Sam Maguire be heading west?
Oh, I think so, definitely, yeah.
Well, as you see, nerves, excitement. Throw-in is at 3:30.
Well, that is Sunday's lunchtime news from all the team. Have a great afternoon.